Hello, beautiful souls of the Sky High Coaching Expand, Create, Lead Facebook group, and those of you who are joining us via the replay on YouTube. Welcome to you, wherever you are in the world, whatever time it is in the world. And I am extending a huge thanks to you for being here. I thank you. Your future self thanks you. If you continue playing along, I'm offering some world-class information here, world-class tools and techniques that have the capacity, the power to change your life. Whether or not they do is up to you. They're the hammer, the nails. Someone's got to pick them up and do something with them, right? That's my wish for you. And I hope over this period of time with me, this time we're together, that you feel inspired to do so. Oh, okay. If you do jump on here live, please say hello. And if you're watching the replay, I would love you to say hi in the comments, #replay, and let me know that you're playing along. So we're on day 2. Day 1 was all about my story, the inspiration behind the book, Become Extraordinary, which is what we're turning into a program right now. And I asked you to spend some time crafting a vision. Either for a vision for multiple areas of your life, if not all areas of your life. If life has pulled the rug out from under you, you feel like you've got to start again. I have a theory, and it's the pebble theory. And I had it long before I ever founded Sky High Coaching. I think I was in my 20s when I came up with the theory that when we're moving in the wrong direction, when we are, I'm just going to turn this fan off because I can see it above my head moving around. Might be distracting for both of us. The pebble theory. When we're not on the correct path, when we've decided to go in a direction that may not be good for us, or may not be where the lesson lies, right? We're often redirected. And at first, it'll be a little pebble. We get thrown it and little pebble hits us and we, ouch. And then, but if we keep moving in the direction, life throws a little bit of a rock at us. No, stop, go back, you're going the wrong way. And we get hit by a rock. Ooh, that hurt a little bit more. Oh, but I'm going to keep going in this direction. Maybe that was a bit of a sign, but oh well, I'll power on. I've come this far, or this is what's expected of me, or I can't back out now. What will it look like? What will people say? Will people think I failed? I'm going to continue in this direction. Then we get thrown. The boulder hasn't hit us yet, but there's a bigger, I don't know. Someone tell me what a bigger rock, a pebble, a stone. Pebble, then a stone, now it's a rock. Last one was a stone, now it's the rock. I hadn't planned to tell this story today, it just dropped in, so I hadn't thought about it. I hadn't thought about it at all for a while. So first it's a pebble, then it's a stone, then we get the rock. That hurt a little bit more, but no, I can't stop now. I've got to power through. My ego's telling me that if I keep, I have status here, I earn money here, I have power here. I'm a bigwig here, got to keep staying here or moving this direction. And life, that's not for you. Maybe never was, or maybe isn't for you any longer. And life thinks you are not listening to me. I'm going to drop a boulder on your head and squash you. And you have to stop. You have to change direction. You have to move in another way. You have to have some kind of insight or realization or breakthrough. So often this can be an illness or a job loss or a relationship breaks down. Something that's so painful that it creates change. Human beings, we tend to change in one of two ways. because a vision pulls. We create a vision that's so powerful, so compelling, so joyful, would be so fulfilling that we cannot help but be magnetized to the vision. It's fun. Sky High Coaching was my vision. My clients are my love and my passion and my vision for where I want this business to evolve to. I couldn't stop. If I won $20 million in a lotto tonight, I wouldn't stop. I couldn't stop. I'd fly my clients to some amazing places and we'd have some amazing live events in extraordinary locations, and I could bring someone in to do amazing graphics and videos, and we could ramp everything up, but with that much money, $20 million, but I wouldn't stop. I can't stop. I have a vision and it's magnetic and it's pulling me. The other way we change is pain. We're forced to. I just can't be here anymore. I just can't do this anymore. I just can't handle this anymore. Something's got to change. Pain will push, vision will pull. Now, the thing about pain pushing is sometimes we're in so much discomfort or pain or feeling so much suffering that it's easy to be pushed in a direction that may not be really what is good for us or where we need to be, but man, it feels better than here. And that is when we jump from a job we don't enjoy into a job we then don't enjoy. Like, oh my gosh, I've just gone out of the fire into the frying pan into the fire. Or it's when we leave a relationship for somebody else and then that relationship actually turns out to be just as toxic or more damaging. Because that pain has pushed us, just, I don't want to be here, so anywhere has to be better than here. And you may find this might be relatable for you. We want the vision to pull. Because when the vision pulls, it's compelling, it's fun, it doesn't mean it's not challenging. Wow, pulling myself out of, or finding the door that I told you about yesterday from my dark night of the soul, that was challenging. Moving into the relationship with the man that I'm now married to, whom I'm now married to. I know that we've got principals and teachers in here. So tell me if it's who or whom. I think it's whom I'm now married to. When I moved into the relationship, I'd done a lot of self-healing, personal development, personal growth, a lot of healing, working with professionals who helped me with that. So by the time I met him, I wasn't back there. I'd done a lot of work on myself. But I hadn't been in a relationship since I'd done the work on myself, right? And I'd never been in a good relationship. So I had to navigate that too. Okay, my gosh, this man is kind and fun and interested and interesting and supportive and doesn't count how many times he's unpacked the dishwasher and I've unpacked the dishwasher, and doesn't put expectations on me, and just wants me to be happy and live my life the way I want to live, and doesn't punish me and doesn't play emotional games and doesn't cheat on me. And I've never had this before. What do I do now, right? So there were still challenges for us. There were challenges for us at the start. Joining two lives together, anywhere, anytime, anyhow, there's going to be challenges. So, but I had a vision, and my vision was with him. So that vision, that compelling, exciting vision pulled me in the right direction. So yesterday I asked you to go away and craft your vision, and I hope you've done that. Now we want our vision to be so compelling and so real for us, because remember we talked yesterday how we think in pictures. So we want our mind to think we're there. And I'm going to be talking about why that is today. We want our mind, body, and soul to think we're already there. We're already in that role. We already have that really successful business. We're already in that amazing relationship. We're already creating this social change, or we've created the social change. We're already in this fit, healthy, physical body. We're already filled with so much courage and confidence that we can walk out of our homes feeling really good about ourselves and can move through our day with kindness and courage. We're already deeply emotionally intelligent, so situations, activities, people and places no longer trigger us and cause us to react. Right. So whatever your vision is, we want you to be able to see it, smell it, taste it, hear it, feel it. You're there. Then I asked you to have a think about who might you need to become, because this is a Become Extraordinary Masterclass. Who might you need to become to bring that vision to life? Because so often we think it's all about doing more, and there is an element of doing things differently. It's not necessarily doing more things, putting more on our plate, adding to our to-do list, making it 10 times longer. It's about feeling into what's the most aligned thing to do. If I could do one thing today that would bring this vision to life, what would it be? And then acting. Because that idea will drop in. That inspirational thought will drop in. If the vision has color, light, sound, but most of all, a vibration, a feeling. You feel it in your body. An excitement. It creates a passion. There's no way you could not do this. So I want to talk about the power of vision, and we're going to talk about the magic, and we're going to talk about the mindset. So something I really love about me, yeah, I said that. We don't hear people say that very often, do we? We need to all say it more. Something I really love about me is that I believe in magic, and I love magic. When our kids were small and they'd come in and they'd do, my husband's an engineer. So when our kids were small and they'd come in and they'd show us a magic trick, my husband would be working out how they did it. I just wanted it to be magic. When we realized they were really into magic, they loved watching people do magic, they were watching movies and TV shows about magic, we started taking them to live magic shows that we could find. Whether we were traveling, we'd go and see a magician in the local city or the local place, and here at our home in Melbourne, our base, then there's some great musicians here. Magicians. And if you live in Melbourne and you want to know a really good one, let me know, because I know one. And we'd get in the car to come home, and the three of them would be unpacking how these tricks were done. I think he did it this way. I think this is what she did. I think da da da. And I would be sitting in the car saying, can't we just believe in the magic? Can't we just sit in the awe and the cleverness and the surprise? So, and now that they're older, I overheard our son talking to his girlfriend in the kitchen a week or two ago. He's 18 now. And I don't know what they were talking about. And I was just walking past and I overheard a snapshot of the conversation. And the thing I heard him say was, to his girlfriend, was, yeah, Janelle believes in magic. We always, Dad, Brianna and I have to try and work out how things work all the time. Janelle just believes in magic. And then he followed it up with, which was just, when you think about it, it's a much better way to live. When you think about it, isn't that a much better way to live? to believe in magic. Oh, it just made my heart sing. Anyway, if that's all I've passed on to him, then I will take it, right? I love it. So this is what I love about me. Yes, I love the magic, and I believe, I have spiritual beliefs, I have beliefs about the universe, I have beliefs about natural laws, I have beliefs around unseen forces. I believe in magic. I believe in things we can't see, and I have my entire life. And if you have a copy of the book that we're turning into a program right now, Become Extraordinary, you will have read about it because I talk about it. I've believed in unseen forces, in magic, in natural laws since childhood, my entire life. However, now I don't know whether this is the Capricorn in me. If anyone's really into astrology, please let me know if this is a Capricorn thing or whether it's just my makeup and how my brain works. I also love the science behind magic, which kind of goes against what you might be thinking, well, that's not what you were saying about the magic tricks. Hear me out. This is what led me down the rabbit hole to quantum physics and quantum leaping. This is what I mean by the science and the spirituality and the mindset. So the magic, the mindset, and the science. Science and spirituality are now aligning more than ever before in history. We live in a really exciting time. And that is because scientists are now measuring phenomenon that they were never able to measure before, such as energetics. And they can measure, they've now discovered the quantum realm, the quantum field, where every possibility, every potentiality exists. And we have the power to pull that out whenever we choose, whatever experience we want to experience, and we do. And sometimes there are even experiences we don't want to experience, and we pull them out anyway, right? That's not what this masterclass is about, though. So I just wanted to let you know that's what I mean by this. I also love the mindset part. So this is where I am going to go today with you. Your vision. Now, if you can create a vision of color, movement, and feeling, you're going to activate the vision in two different ways. I'm going to go the spiritual way, and I'm going to go the mindset way. And everyone's somewhere on the spectrum. Between the two, you choose what calls out. As we talked about yesterday when in the welcome part of this masterclass, don't listen for agreement, listen for insight, listen for what drops in for you. Don't have to agree with me. I'd be so happy if a new thought came in for you that you could analyze and think about and unpack. So if your vision is so compelling that we can feel it in our body, the universe, this is the magic part, the universe, because you're part of the universe, you're made up of atoms. We're all made of the same thing. I like to call it stardust. We're made of the same stardust that the universe is made out of. Scientists probably prefer something like atoms and protons, nucleus. I like stardust because I like magic, right? So we're made of the same stardust as the universe. So we're part of it. We're part of the tapestry. We are part of the tapestry of the universe. We cannot not be. And the universe is always moving. We know that. Science tells us that. It's moving, it's expanding. And this is another reason we will get kicked along sometimes. It's when we try and stand still. We can't stand still when we're part of a tapestry of something that is moving. So we will often get kicked along as well because, hey, you need to come too. You're on the magic carpet. You got to come too. You're part of the tapestry. I can't move without you. But I'm bigger than you and I'm more powerful than you, so I'm going to push you along. So when your vision is so compelling that your whole physical being, your whole central nervous system believes it's real because we think in pictures. Now the universe starts to believe it's real, and the universe will start to bring it into your existence. So this is the magic. And I was talking with someone, I was at a dance party last night, which was so much fun. My gosh, 70s, 80s, 90s music. Oh my God, it was so fun. And I was talking about this with someone who's also very spiritual last night about the magic. So things will start to move. And we were giving our own examples of things that had happened to us that just seemed to drop in and was magic and no one could explain it. To help you along. Now, if you've heard of The Secret, seen The Secret, watched The Secret, read The Secret, the book that came out a couple of decades ago now, there was a really big part that it missed, I believe. So The Secret was there was a very clear message: focus on something and it will appear. To me, that's only, for me and my experience, that's only part of it. We do have to move. I believe, and what I have evidence of in my life and my clients' lives, is the universe will meet you halfway. The universe will meet you. The universe will come to you. There are some things that we have to move. I can't visualize a Lamborghini and have it. I mean, I could. I'm pretty powerful. I never say never. Maybe I could manifest a Lamborghini to drive up my driveway from thought alone. Hey, never say never. I would prefer to visualize the Lamborghini and then to start taking some steps towards acquiring a Lamborghini. Maybe test drive one, see if I really want one, see if it feels good. So this is what I mean by starting to move to meet the universe. So spiritually, a spiritual person will tell you, just visualize, just feel, just talk about it, think about it, dream about it, write about it, sing about it, and the universe will hear you and the universe will start to move to bring that into your reality. Now, a really scientific person or someone who loves mindset, and I'm a mindset coach, right? So I love mindset. So I love to look at it from that point of view as well. And if you're like, I can't do the spirituality bit, I'm actually a whole lot more practical than that, doesn't feel aligned, I can't really feel into that, that's okay, that's cool, you don't have to, because now we're going to go into the mindset part. I've still got you, you're fine, we're good. So we'll go into the mindset part. Now, when you think about something, talk about something, maybe you sing about it, write about it, dream about it, journal about it every day, close your eyes, visualize it, you're now switching on something in your brain you may have heard of, which is called a reticular activating system, commonly known as RAS, R-A-S. Google it, it's really, really fascinating if you're interested. In a nutshell, the RAS, your reticular activating system, will start to wake up to something that you're really focused on. And it sees it as important. So if you think about this, so we're talking about vision right now, but have you ever heard the saying, the more you focus on a problem, the more it becomes a problem? Or the more you focus on a problem, the bigger the problem, something like that. That is, might take my glasses off because I can see them reflecting. That's your reticular activating system at play. So I'm focused on the problem. Your reticular activating system says, okay, she's talking about this problem. She keeps talking about this problem. She keeps thinking about this problem. She's thinking about it so much she can't even sleep at night. This thing must be really important. I've got to lock onto that. And I'm going to filter out a lot of other things throughout her day so that we can stay really focused on that. We receive millions and millions and millions of pieces of data constantly via all our senses, and they get filtered. Our brain has to filter them down to a level or an amount that we can process in our brains. So as your brain's filtering out noise or stimuli that it thinks you don't need right now, of course, it's going to make sure what you're focused on, anything relating to that comes through. So let's switch back to our vision. So if you're talking about your dream, you're talking about your desire, you're talking about your vision, you journal about it every day, you sit down, you bring it, you visualize it. You're so excited about it, you feel it in your body. Your reticular activating system wakes up and says, wow, this thing, this role, this new role he desires must be really important because he's talking about it, he's dreaming about it, he's created a position description that, he's written the absolute criteria of what he wants this job to look like. And I have had clients, and if you're watching this and you're one of them, because I know they're in this group, who have manifested or created, I've had clients create their own position descriptions down to titles and not like specific titles. Director of Governance and Finance, right? For example, that job, phone call from a LinkedIn recruiter, someone via LinkedIn. I've got this job, Director, Governance and Finance. What? I made that up. And this is all the criteria of the job. But I made that up. That's happened more than once. This is the power of vision. So once your reticular activating system is awake, now you're seeing possibilities and opportunities that you may have not seen before. Because your reticular activating system is constantly scanning your environment and finding stimuli, pieces of information that are linked to the thing that you are focused on. So the universe is working with you. If you want to believe in the magic, the universe is working with you. Everything, it will start to make changes. Sometimes this can take a bit of time. We can't get caught up in time frames. We try and rely on divine timing because sometimes this can take the universe a little bit to sort some things out behind the scenes, right? But your reticular, you in here, your reticular activating system has switched on. So it is now filtering through all the millions of pieces of data that you receive daily through all your senses, and it's filtering everything out to find evidence of this thing that you desire, that you're dreaming about and talking about. So the more we can focus on our vision, this is the importance of vision, the more the magic happens. So I want to give you a couple of examples. A pure magic example. So if you have the book, you've read the book, Become Extraordinary, I tell a story in there about over a decade before I met the man who's now my husband. I was helping a friend out. I had a friend who was studying art therapy and she needed a guinea pig for an activity that she was learning, a visualization meditation. Put my hand up because that's me, right? Of course it is. Yeah, I'll come and help you. I'd love to do a meditation, a visualization. And it was around my perfect life. And I went through the activity with her. She led me through the activity. Then when I came out of the visualization, I had to paint it. And right in the middle, I painted a red cup, right in the middle, big piece of poster, cardboard. Right in the middle, I painted a red carpet with a man and a woman, the back of them. So, and the man had black hair and was wearing a suit, and the woman had this color hair and was wearing a wedding dress, but it was our backs, the back of us. And beside us were children, there was a girl next to me with hair the same color as mine and a boy next to him with hair the same color as him. And we were walking down a red carpet. And there was lots of other things that have come to fruition as well. It's travel and this business and Sky High coaching and a lot of other things. And homes and really cool stuff. But this was front and center. This was right in the middle. And she asked me about it. And she asked me why. She said, tell me about this. Why is it the back of you? I was very single at the time. The children, I think it was early 30s because children was still possible. And I said, well, I haven't met. Marriage is something I wanted in my life. I knew I wanted to be married. Not everyone does, and that's cool, but I did. And I said, I want to be married, and I don't know who he is, and I don't know why there's black hair. No idea. And the children represented in my mind the children we would have, as in I would give birth to. And as we saw yesterday, or heard about yesterday, it didn't work out for me. So fast forward to, I was 44, I think, 44 when we got married. So I was early 30s. We walked, I'd forgotten about the painting. I wish I'd kept it, but I've moved so many times. I think it got culled, and because so much of it has come true now, I'm tempted to recreate it. We walked down a red carpet. His children walked beside us. We arrived together. His children walked beside us. His son has the same color hair as him, which was the color of the painting. And his daughter happens to have the same color hair as me, very similar. So the painting came to life. I had a vision. I had a vision that I didn't even focus on every day. But I do remember sticking the poster up. I was in a share house at the time because I was early 30s, single, and I put it inside my wardrobe door because I was a little bit embarrassed about it, like it was a bit kitschy, it's a bit out there, and I didn't really want anyone else to see it. And I put it inside my wardrobe door, and I thought this will be really cool because every time I open the wardrobe door, I'll see it. So every time I opened the wardrobe door, for a few years afterwards, I saw this painting. So of course, it downloaded further and further and more deeply into my subconscious mind, and our subconscious mind is our powerful mind, which is also linked to the magic, the stardust. So that's one story about magic. So that's the magical part of this. Now, the other part is where my reticular activating system switched on. When I came out of my dark night of the soul, I was walking along the beach one day with a really close friend of mine. And I was saying to him that I was ready to start dating again. And it's getting really warm in here. I haven't got the air conditioner on. I was ready to start dating again. It might just be me in my 52nd year. Maybe. Bear with me. Ooh. So, down the beach with my friend. I was walking down the beach with my friend and I said, I'm ready to date again. And I'd been told the story I told you yesterday about when I was in the dark night of the soul. I went to see a medium, a spiritualist who I had seen before, who's very powerful, because I was so desperate to connect with my mum. I was still grieving, I was still heartbroken, I was still broken, and all I wanted to do was talk to my mum. And I managed to get an appointment with her, and I went in, and that was all I cared about. Took, my mum's ring, which I wear. I had a photo of her. It was, all about mum. And I went in, and I'd already seen her before and spoken to my grandmother, and so I knew that she was the real deal. And so I'm saying to her, I just want to talk to mum. So we did that. That was all good. And then, very comforting actually, and then she said, there's a man coming, and I wasn't interested. And I don't care, I don't want a man. But anyway, long story short, I'll very shorten it in. The crux of the story is, she said, it's something to do with Ireland, the country. And I said, I'm not moving to Ireland. I had already been in a relationship with someone from the other side of the world, didn't want to do it again. I'm not moving. I've just moved back from living in Europe for 5 years. Don't want to go overseas, not moving. I'm very happy here in Australia, and I'm not doing long distance. And she's saying, I just didn't care. Like, I just didn't want a bar of it. And she said, no, it's something to do with Ireland. He doesn't live there and he's not Irish. And I still didn't care. Right? So anyway, 4 months later, 4 months later, I'm walking along the beach with my friend, and he said, oh, I've got this friend. Oh, if you're ready to date again, I've got this friend. I think you two would like each other. And his name is, and I made a joke. He hadn't told me his name, and I made a joke and said, so the spiritualist, she said, it's going to be something to do with Ireland, blah, blah, blah. And he stopped walking and said, oh my gosh, his name's Marty Ryan. And I still wasn't onto it. I think I was like, yeah, what? And he said, Irish? Marty Ryan? Irish? His dad was Irish. So that actually, now I think about it, that's not a good RAS example. That's another magic example. So let me give you a RAS example. So this is a RAS example. It's not my story, it's somebody else's, but it's a really good example of it. I know someone who decided he had a business like mine. This is a long time ago, way pre-COVID, but he's in the professional personal development industry. And he decided he wanted to Australian, and he decided he wanted to run programs and workshops in Russia. Right? Decided he wanted to run programs and workshops in Russia. He had no idea how he was going to do it. Didn't speak Russian, had no idea how he was going to do it. It was just a dream. So he created a vision. This is where I'll do it. This is what it'll look like. These are the types of people who'll be there. This will be in the room. And then he just let it go, right? Talked about it a lot, dreamt about it a lot. He was at a networking event one night, quite a big networking event in a big auditorium in Australia. And he was walking past a group, and he overheard someone speaking Russian. And he hooked on, like about face, went back, met the person. Long story short, he started running programs and workshops in Russia. That's the reticular activating system. So someone who wants to look at the magic would say, yes, that's magic. That's magic. The universe made sure they're in the same place at the same time, and it unfolded. Someone who wants to look at the mindset, it's like, don't know. If his reticular activating system hadn't switched on, would he have even heard him? Right? So think about when you're in an auditorium with a big group of people, there's conversations going on all around you. The reticular activating system was filtering stimuli to let anything in that had to do with Russia. So he heard it. He heard the accent, or he heard the language. Now, if he hadn't have created that vision, if he just thought one day, it might be good to go to Russia and run some programs. No, but it'll probably never happen because I don't speak Russian. I live in Australia, and how would it ever happen? And I'm just going to not even worry about that. I don't believe it would happen. I don't believe it's for me. Would the reticular activating system have filtered that out, not in? So that is the reticular activating system at work. So this is why, if your vision isn't exactly where you want it to be, you're thinking, oh gosh, it's not really that compelling. add some color, add some flavor, add some life, add some taste, add people, add scent. Can you smell anything there? Just wake it up a little bit. And then, of course, we talked about pain pushing, passion pulls. Make it so exciting that it's going to pull you. It's going to pull you. You got to move in that direction. You have no choice. So I'm going to leave that with you. You might be really happy with what you came up with yesterday. Good, fantastic. I love it. What we're going to do now is we're going to get focused. So we're going to slow down to speed up. Slow down to speed up. So often when we enter the personal development world or the professional development world, because yours might be a professional dream or desire, we think to get something, I have this goal, I want to get it, right? I'm just going to have to work harder. I'm just going to have to work longer. I'm just going to have to add things onto my to-do list. Now, let's make it easier than that. You are already dynamic. You already have a dynamic life. You have family. You might have kids. You've got a rockin' job. You've maybe created your own business that you're running. You've maybe you lead a team. You've got employees. You're at the top of your game in so many realms and areas of your life. You've got extended family. You've got in-laws. You've got siblings. You know, they can be in our faces a lot or not. You've got a health regime that you love to stay committed to and focused on for yourself. You've got hobbies. There's activities. You've got friends that you may feel oh my gosh, you don't see enough. Your life's pretty full. You've got supermarket shopping to do and school runs and housework and dinners to cook and lunches to make and I've got this vision and this dream. I just don't think I can add anything else on my plate. Well, let's not. Let's deduct. Your home play today is to look at your energy level and look at where you're spending your time and what you're focused on. Time is your only non-renewable resource. You will never get it back. You are the youngest today that you will ever be. What do you... Time, we spend time. We spend it. It's a cost. It doesn't come back. Well, is it a cost or is it an investment? I'm going to watch my language. Is your time a cost or is your time an investment? Now, this doesn't mean we go. Oh, I've got to do this. I've got to do that. No. I can't sit still. I can't stop. Time's an investment. Da. Sometimes rest is an investment. Sometimes rest is actually what you need. Sometimes stopping and smelling the roses is going to help the most incredible, inspirational, powerful idea drop in. Remember yesterday we talked about space, creating space. This is what I encourage you to do today. Create some space. Where can you create some space? We're not just going to add more things on your plate or into your life. Create some space. These are the things to think about. Now, if you do have the book, if you do have a copy of the book, page 83 has the exercise all written out for you. If you don't, that's okay. I've got you. It's all perfect. Think about where we've got a limited amount of physical energy, right? We'll burn, otherwise we get ill, we fall sick, we burn out, right? We've all got a certain amount of physical energy. I'm not talking energetics, right? You're very powerful in that regard, in the energetics realm. I'm talking about physical energy. You have a certain amount of physical energy and you have a certain amount of time. And we all have the same amount. So where can you create some space? Make a list. These are the things. Now, your body will tell you. Your body will tell you, I don't know what I can take off my plate. I don't know, right? Your body will tell you. Sit down and think about, make a list, 2 lists. These are the things, people, places, situations that drain me of energy. These are the things, people, places, and experiences that fill me with energy. I feel good there. I feel inspired there. I feel light there. I feel powerful there. I feel loved there. I feel inspired there. I feel confident there. I feel accepted there. And that hobby, that activity, that thing we do together or I do on my own, that it could be that job. I love it. I love going to work every day. Or I love doing this task every day. I have a girlfriend, really close girlfriend, who I wish lived in Melbourne because she could come and do my house, who loves to clean. She's the Monica Geller from Friends of my world. She loves to clean. She loves it. It lights her up. It fills her with energy. She loves ironing her family's clothes. And she does it intentionally and meticulously and with purpose and with love. She loves it. I've decided this afternoon I'm going to iron my husband's work shirts for him this afternoon. I don't do it very often. He does his own. But he's out this afternoon doing something fun. And I thought, you know what? I want to. That'd be a really nice thing to do. I'm going to set up the ironing board. I'm going to put a movie on. I'm going to iron my husband's shirts. Not because I feel compelled, not because I think I should, not because I have to, because I want to, because it's a nice thing to do for him and it'll light him up, it'll make him happy. So think about what lights me up, what feels good, and it can be anything, down to cleaning. That doesn't go on my energy list, that's on my energy draining list. What are your energy drainers? So the things on your energy list, that's easy. Keep them there. Keep doing them. Do them as often as you can, as many times as you can. What's on your energy draining list? This drains me of energy. I don't feel good when I'm doing this. I don't like doing this. And then after you've made lists, a lot of people talk about social media. And when I'm doing this work with a client, they'll say, can I split things? Because when I'm watching you, Janelle, on social media, I love it. It's fun. It's inspiring. I get excited. Sometimes I learn something new drops in. I have a different thought. I see something differently in the world. I love that. But when I'm mindlessly scrolling, watching, in front of the television, and we've all done that, or in bed at night, I have a no phone or iPad in the bedroom rule, but I know a lot of people that scroll mindlessly on social media when they go to bed at night. For me, I can do it in front of the telly, or when I'm procrastinating on something I should be working on, when I'm sitting at my desk and I'm like scrolling through social media. They say that's when it drains me of energy. So yes, you can split that in half. You can say, right, social media, I love it. I love seeing what my friends are doing. I love seeing what my family overseas are doing. I love watching what my coaches are up to. But the mindlessly scrolling, I'm going to stop. I'm putting that on my energy drainer list. Now, then we go through our energy draining list, and here's the fun part, the key. This is how we create the space for new thought, for new inspiration, for new things to drop in, for this new vision you want to create, or just to have more rest and more fun. You're going to go through your energy drainer list and you're going to look at how you can remove it. Now, we ask ourselves first, can I insource this? Well, first thing we ask ourselves is, can I just not do it? If I just stop doing this, I wonder what will happen. Housework, little things we do around the house that we do out of habit, or we do because our mums did it, or our dads did it, or our grandparents did it, or people we saw people do these things when we were growing up, or because we thought it would make us a super spouse. You know, so I'm ironing my husband's shirts this afternoon because I love him and I want to do it for him, not because I should. He usually does it himself. It's not an expectation of me or put on me. But so often, you know, we do things because we think we should, or because our mum did, or it's going to make us some kind of super person, superhero. And then when we just don't do them, guess what happens? And this, I have my own experience and client experience. No one notices. Or if they do, they don't say anything. Which means they don't really care. Or they do it themselves. It's a revelation. It's a revelation. Right. So the first thing you are, and it gets even more exciting. I've had clients do this in their workplace. Their workplace. I don't really love this task I have to do at work. I wonder what would happen if I just stopped. Nothing. Because the person before them did it and handed it over to them. But they couldn't, it drains me of energy. And the reason it drains me of energy is because I can't really see the value. Things we can see value in uplift us, right? Things we can't see value in. Why am I doing this? This is draining me of energy. Why would I do this? It has no value. Don't do it. See what happens, right? Okay. But then you might think, actually, no, I can't just stop doing this because I have a 3-year-old, and if I didn't go to the supermarket and buy food and then make it for my 3-year-old, something dire might have, right? The 3-year-old needs to be fed, right? So I can't not do this. It has to happen, okay? Or I just don't want to live in a dirty house. I can't stop vacuuming. I don't want to live in a dirty house. Maybe you have pets inside. I don't want fur all over the floor. I have to vacuum. Right, okay, so it has to happen. So the next thing we ask ourselves is, can this be insourced? And what I mean by that is, can someone else in the home, or someone else in the team, if you're thinking work, or can someone else on the committee, or can someone else in my friendship group, or can someone else in my family do this? Is the reason it's draining me of energy because I'm doing it all the time and no one's sort of taking their turn? Or, you know, am I doing it too much? Could someone pitch in? Or is it just someone else's turn now? Is it just someone else's turn now? Our kids got to a certain age and started doing their own laundry. I haven't done the kids' laundry for a really long time. Neither's my husband. Sometimes we'll do it same when I'm ironing his, because I'm going to iron his shirts today. Same, well, if we want to, we will. Hey, I'm doing some laundry. Have you got anything, you want me to throw in for you? Of course, What I'm saying is, look at your energy. You're smart. You know what I'm saying. So look at your energy draining list. Can I insource it? Can someone else do this? Or can someone else at least do it sometimes? Right? Okay. Now I can get it off my list. No, I can't insource it. It has to be me. Okay. The vacuum, the 3-year-old can't really handle the vacuum cleaner. The 2-year-old probably isn't going to be able to dust the high shelves, right? It has to be done, and there's no one else in the home that can do it. Or there's no one else in my team who can authorize this because I have my signature's the authorization. That's part of my job. No one else can authorize this whole pile of papers because I'm the one with the signature. It has to be me. Okay, all right, well, it has to be you. So now we think about, can you outsource it? Can you outsource it? Can you hire a cleaner? Can you have your groceries delivered, right? So start to think about, can I get a dog walker? Can I outsource this some way to create myself some space? If you're at work, this person, I actually think this person has leadership qualities, and I'm going to give them authorization to also authorize this stack of papers. Clearly I'm making this up as I go along. To authorize this stack of papers, and then there'll be two of us able to do it, and they can start, and I'll get them to start reading these documents as they start to work through them, and they're going to learn more about my role and what I do, and maybe what the vision of the team is, or the mission of the organization. I don't know. You know what I mean? So actually that would be insourcing. That's not even outsourcing, that would be insourcing. Outsourcing at work, well, that's been going on for years all around the world, hasn't it? Don't need to tell you what outsourcing at work is. So, can I stop doing it? Yep, good. Stop doing it, cross it off the list. Can I insource it? Yes. Good. Go and have that conversation, cross it off your list. No. Okay, all right. No, I can't insource it. Can I outsource it? Yes. Great. Cross it off. Make the arrangements, cross it off your list. No, I can't outsource it. It has to be me. Okay, I can't bring someone from off the street to authorize these documents, right? So, now you're like, well, I can't insource, outsource, or stop doing what I'm going to do now. So now look at how you can tweak it or change it so it's more energizing. Is it understanding the value of it? Is it tapping into the appreciation of the person you're doing it for? Is it because it's linked to a greater vision of yours? And you're just going to focus on that vision. If I get this done, then this will happen. And that's going to be so much fun. And this is the road there. So you know what? I'm going to make this road more fun. And it could be putting music on. It could be dancing around while you're doing the housework. It could be having a cheeky glass of wine while you're doing the housework, or a nice cup of tea. It could be getting your kids to dance around with you while you're doing the housework. If you've got small kids, they would think that was so much fun. So that is where we're at, right? We're right at 2. It's been an hour. I'm conscious of honoring your time. So that is the homework for today. How are you going to create a space? Firstly, thinking about what you're focused on. What do you focus on? What are you filtering out all other information for? Is it dreams of the future, or dreams of even tomorrow, or a dream of what you're going to do later today? Or are you focusing on problems? So thinking about, and or I really want this love in my life. I really want to meet this incredible person, and we're going to fall madly in love and live happily forever after. But my focus is hanging out with all my married friends and their kids, and not putting myself out there and going on dates. Okay, well, I'm a bit scared to go on dates when I look at it. That's actually why I'm not doing it. Well, can you put some focus into getting help with that? Or it's the I feel like I've outgrown my role. I really want to step up. I want the corner office. I want to go into leadership, or I want to go into higher leadership. But instead of updating my resume, instead of looking at updating my LinkedIn, instead of starting to contact some recruiters, instead of talking to my senior leadership team at work about whether there's opportunities coming up in the future to move. I'm just going to focus on taking really long lunches, coming in late, taking long lunches, and then leaving early because I'm kind of bored in my job because I've outgrown it. So, and I can do it on my head, like I can do it in 5 hours. It's all good. So thinking about whether your focus is aligned with your vision, and if it isn't, tweaking it, doing something about that. But we don't want to put more on your plate. We don't want to add more to your to-do list. We want to honor our energy. We want to honor our physical energy. We want to honor our time. So we're looking at where you can create some space. I am going to give away a book today, and I'm going to give it to Mary, who jumped on first today. So Mary, if you can private message me your address, I will get a book out to you. Yay! Which is very fun. I love so much fun giving things away. And I will see you. So have fun, enjoy the process, trust the process, and I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for being here. Bye.